Hi, my name is Alisbo. I'm from BSN 3A, and today I'm going to share to you my spoken word poetry piece. To me, 4 years ago. This is not your typical love spoken word poetry. Or at least, it is not that romantic 1, 2, 3. I say every flowery words that I could build a garden type of stuff. No. It's not that. You told me you love me. Why did you leave me all alone? You told me you need me when you called me on the phone type of stuff. No. Although, sounds kind of familiar, right? Well, you see, love is something that we actually often overlook. We've been drowned by all the melodramas around us that the first thing that comes into our mind when we think of love is kisses, holding hands, hugs, well, sex probably, and the concept of forever. I've had my fair share of that when I entered senior high here in the school. Back then, love for me is cherishing every moment with a girl from far away, using my hands to craft all these poetries and songs that I could ever give. And yet, when it all came crashing down, I actually thought that this world is something I'm clueless to live in. Love is something that we actually often overlook. When I entered college, love is just an answer to the exam questions of our philosophy teacher. Agape, eros, philia is something that I only know on paper, but don't fully make sense of. And yet, I am closer to it than I would expect. Love is something that we actually often overlook. Nursing is something that to some people is only a caregiving job. So, clueless as I am, I entered its open doors. Through the grueling courses, I stared onto the floor, worrying about my grades and scores. I thought, this is something that only needs to be done. And just like love, it was something that I didn't fully understand. See, reality is often so specific yet so vague and confusing. And that's the reason why love is something that we actually often overlook. We've been afraid of being a failure that we become fixated on the exact thing that we don't want to be. When we learn that fulfillment isn't achieved by material objective, we only see it as something disappointing. Walking through the halls of this school taught me what happens when we grow old. What happens when we enter the machinery to us, our parents have told. But when I discover what it actually means to live the life of the future, I somehow found the gravity of love that I've been seeking for. Love is something that we actually often overlook. We've been so focused on how hard adulting is that we forget the smiles on our groupmates' faces when the presentation goes smooth. We forget the warmth that we feel when we work on our modules and our mom gives us food. We often forget to give credit where credit's due, but the truth is, love is right there all along. It depends on you to accept it. Every version of you, the you who aced on the exams, the you who struggled to keep up with the loads of tasks, and also the you who thought that there's no point in living in the moment at all. Every single version of you needs your love. In order for me to take on the role of loving and caring the people on outside, I need to establish here the love that will be my cornerstone. Loving myself. This is not your typical love spoken word poetry. Or at least it is not that romantic 1, 2, 3. I say every flowery words that I could build a garden type of stuff. No. It is a reminder for myself, and probably to you too, that when I step out of these 4 walls, that in 4 years I called home. When the time comes when I'm gonna provide care for my patients, the love that I know isn't something that is given to me by others. Love is something that I give to others by learning how to love myself first. And to me 4 years ago, take your time. You're not as clueless as you thought you'd be.